92.1 WROU, Dayton's R&B leader, and online at 921WROU.com. And I tell you what, this has been the most energetic afternoon because I have one of the coolest dudes.
Before I know you're going to do an intro for me, Donnell Rawlings, blah, 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 blah. But I'm so, confused. Like, you just put on your sexy, sultry voice, and then 2 minutes ago you had your activist Afeni Shakur voice.
We were
I know
working.
Your listeners, I don't know. I'm sure they know you.
They do,
but they don't even know the fire that's inside of you, and it has to be toned on. Like, I'm gonna tell you one thing. That's right, everybody. Welcome in studio now. We have Donnell Rawlings.
You have just let them behind the curtain. As remember on The Wizard of Oz, when you look behind the curtain, you've just done that. You've just done that.
Yeah. But they need to know. They need to know that there's a passion that burns inside of you, and it's strong. I don't know if you ever had a rant on air, but the things that you let me into, I'm like, oh my God. I was about to start to fight the power movement.
There you go, and you should.
And I wanted to do UNITY.
And I will rap the verse.
And I wanted to rock with that. But
I will.
You are very deep.
Donnell Rawlings, thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me here.
Well, first thing I need.
Cold ass Dayton.
It is, but everybody knows you from the Chappelle Show.
Yep.
And I have one favor to ask if you don't do anything else. Would you please tell Dave that I am not a psycho?
He thinks you're a psycho?
I approached him one time. I was so happy to see him right outside the Funny Bone. And man, he was coming out the Apple store. And literally, I got up on him too fast. So it probably made him a little nervous.
We could call him.
And then
we could call him.
There was more to it than that.
But can we call him?
We can, but I mean, just let him know. The lady just wants you to come by.
No, I'm gonna let.
Oh God, don't do it now. Let's do your interview first. Let's do your interview first.
You scared? Why you guys scared?
Let's do your interview first.
Scared? Hold on.
He's gonna be at the Dayton Funny Bone, 429-5233, and online at Dayton Funny Bone, Dayton.funnybone.com. What is so amazing? You've seen him on the Chappelle Show. He has absolutely ripped the stages all over the United States, and when he comes to Dayton, everybody screams with the same Ashy Larry. He is
rich,
and he's not ashy today.
No,
he's not.
Look at my hands. Look at that.
Oh Lord.
I
just lied.
You know
yes, he is.
People always ask me, Donnell, do you get tired of people calling you Ashy Larry? I'm like, I've been ashy my entire life.
And it's okay.
When Chappelle asked me, he said, what are you going to do to prepare for the role of Ashy Larry? I said, I'm going to take a shower and just stand outside in the air for 5 minutes. I'm be the ashiest brother in Hollywood.
Yeah.
So it's art imitating life. Ash rules everything around me. Get the lotion. $1.99, y'all. I'm telling you.
What I love about you is that your talent has transcended year after year after year because you've continued to grow. You didn't lock yourself into any particular role, any particular act, when I mean stand up or television. You keep doing it all. And what makes it amazing, you keep knocking it out of the park every time.
You know what? And ladies and gentlemen, she is not being paid to say that. But I was talking to somebody the other day that has seen my career, right? Robin Montague, coming from DC, and she said, Donnell, I don't know what it is. She said, you just keep getting better.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate it. It's not being cocky or anything. I've been doing stand-up comedy in this business for 25 years.
Wow.
And I can honestly say, every year from the first year, I think I'm getting better. I think that there's something for me to learn. I think that there's a new joke. I think that there's something special.
Yeah.
And what people don't understand, people, you got the youngest and everything, and I respect that. They come up and they hot for a minute. I won't say anybody can be hot, but hot is just hot.
Yeah.
But to be able to maintain a career and do this 25 years, I've never had another job or never considered doing anything other than entertainment.
And that's the key word, considering, because when you consider that plan B, you're giving up on that plan A mentally.
I mentor people like this. So what? I was like, it's only built. It's only for certain people.
Yeah.
Don't have anything to fall back on, because you're always going to fall back. You know what I'm saying?
And if you want to eat, you got to get out there and get it.
This Jamaican dude told me years ago. He said, this is like one of those Jamaican sayings. He said, people say, Donnell, don't burn bridges, right? Because you never know when you have to go back. He said, I say burn them, because that means you can't go back.
That's right. That's right.
You have to go for it. And it's not in a bad way.
Yeah.
But you have to think about it. After 25 years, like every year, I motivate myself to do better. I motivate myself to find out, to know that there's something else like
that you can do.
People like Donnell, you made it. No, you never make it.
That's right.
You keep trying. Chappelle even asked me, he said, Donnell, he said, you think you're retired? I'm like, comedians don't retire. They just die.
That's true.
Like you always hear about
true.
a comedian dying. It's like he was 85. He was just on stage last
He sure
weekend.
was. He sure was.
That's our outlet, and that's the area where we shine. And again, going back on what you said, like I really love my job.
It loves you, honestly. It does. It fits you. I really don't think you could be my insurance man. I just cannot call you and find some.
I would, but you'd be like, "Is he stupid?" If you don't get out of my house with those premiums,
exactly, because you got to put your little self a little something on top.
Yeah.
You're like, but that's not what it says on the paper. Don't look at that box over there.
The funny will let you go. The funny like this. I don't know why I paid that much, but he was funny.
He was cool.
But
he was cool.
I love it, man. I love it. Like I don't consider. I'm not a working actor. I'm a working comedian. I'm a road rat. And I really love the fact, like, the one thing that's special about this job, there's times when people need to laugh and they want to laugh.
Yes.
And the best thing is when somebody needs to laugh. When people come to me after the show like, yo, I just lost my aunt, whatever. I wasn't in the best of moods, best of spirits, but you took that away from me for an hour or so, whatever, and I feel good about it. That's when I realized that that's what I'm here for, and that's me exercising my God-given talent to make people feel good.
And the bonus to all of that is that you found it just in time. There are some people that are dead right now who had that, but kept doubting themselves and kept going around, well, I can't make a living at that. Well, yes, you can if you believe in you.
You got to live your life. You got to live your dash. And the reason why I say live your dash, I lost my good friend, brother, Charlie Murphy, maybe like 6 months to a year. I don't know exactly when it was. And I was doing a lot of radio interviews. It was like, oh my God, it's so unfortunate because he was so young. He was 57. I don't think everybody's going to live to 90.
Right.
I don't think everybody's going to live to 100. I think it's important. We all, when we're born here a certain day. We have that dash in the middle, and then we have our expiration. The thing is, what do you do with your dash? Who cares about living to 110 if you don't have a passport? If you've never been outside your block?
Or if you sat on your porch and threw rocks at the kids every day.
I was do porch too. But I was gonna do porch and drink sweet tea.
Yes.
I was gonna say, if you don't have no life, you have to live your dash.
That's right.
And even in that short time, if you want to consider 57 years, Charlie Murphy lived his life to the fullest.
And some other people's lives too, because we lived vicariously through what all of you do, honestly, because there's a lot of people that will never have the nerve, never have the talent. Well, yeah.
You were about to say that, she got me correct.
See, the real me almost slipped out with you. But we don't, and we live through you guys. Now, you're going to be at the Dayton Funny Bone, 429-5233, and online, dayton.funnybone.com. You have done so much. I'm not even going to ask you what can we expect, because I imagine mentally you carry around a bag of funny, and then you just go in that bag every time you get on stage.
I would say this. I'm not overly confident as an actor. I'm not overly confident as a singer, but as a stand-up comic, I know I bring heat.
Yes, sir.
And it's never, like I say, people have seen me on The Wire, seen me on Chappelle Show, seen me on Law & Order. If you became a fan of me through anything on small screen or big screen, live stand-up, I'm the shit.
He's gonna kill you.
No.
He is going to kill you, literally.
And I'm not. This is not just me saying. Just like if you follow me on social media, anything, you'll get that. And if you see me, I say within a year. One thing I pride myself on: when I come back to your market, I don't come back with the same jokes. I might have a couple classics, but I'm flipping it.
That's right.
And I feel good on stage. And if Hollywood never says they want to put me in a movie or a television show, whatever, I've built my brand and my fan base enough that people will continue to pay to see me do live stand-up.
That's right.
And that's where I have a good time.
Well, let me ask you this. We love to see you. Who is your favorite comedian?
Me.
How did I know that was going to be the answer?
Like coming up, the era I come from, like you worshipped and you love Richard Pryor, you love Bill Cosby, you love George Carlin, you love different people for different reasons. And it's not just because I was on the show, but a person that I'm starting to you try to understand what makes a person great.
Right.
And Dave Chappelle It's one of those people.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say it because it's not too often. You have people that are talented, but not too many people have opportunity to have a Muhammad Ali moment.
And he's had them.
Say Muhammad
Yes.
Ali moment, I mean, when did you have a moment where you had to question everything,
Yeah.
and you didn't compromise your integrity or your
Yep.
morals by money
Yep.
or anything? You know, like I told Dave the other day, like people have seen you been funny for so many years that people will really pay just to hear you talk. And people like this, why you always talking about Dave, blah, blah, blah. He's like one of the greatest.
Yeah.
And not only that,
He's the sensei.
Not only
When you
that-
go see the sensei.
And not only that, he's my good friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people like, oh, you on this dude, dick, whatever. No, he's my good friend.
Yeah.
And I'm not afraid and I'm not embarrassed to say, I love him.
And that
And that's
is,
my dude, you know?
and that is the ultimate compliment from one
I mean,
grown
love,
man
love,
to
love, love,
from
love,
one grown man.
L-U-H, love.
Love.
Not
Ellie,
love.
love. We love him.
Yep.
And I'm not a stalker, but we love him. If I was a stalker, I would stalk him though, because of his comedic talent, his timing, his wit, everything about how he created so many different projects was consistent with him. He didn't change it up the way some people do. And you're like, I like the old you.
And another thing, like I've worked with people where you have certain people that once you put the camera from them, they're going to shine.
Yeah.
When I was on Chappelle Show, I didn't get to talk a lot, but they knew when the camera's on me, I was going to shine. And with that said, Dave Chappelle never felt threatened, never felt like tone him down.
And that's hard.
You know what I'm saying? It was just like this, yo, he's bringing it, let him go. It was never like this, I don't want to do this, because it was just always like, you know, I'm going to give it to a platform to do what he does. And people
That's
always
right.
say, down there, if it wasn't for Chappelle Show, I was like, yo, listen, Chappelle Show did give me opportunity.
Absolutely.
But the reason why I was on Chappelle Show, because when I got in the game, I scored.
There you go.
Dave them just didn't say, oh, we're going to put him on and he sucked. It's like this. Guess what? Yo, it was 2 seconds left. He hit a 3. He won the game. Guess what? I'm going to give him another opportunity.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, the only thing people can do is give you the platform and opportunity to do what you've been doing for years. And that's what he did for me. And that's what I did for the show.
And that show, man, I'm telling you, when you have something that transcends, whether it doesn't come on regular, you got to go find it. Whether you have got to sit down and then binge watch, because there are days like that when you need some Chappelle Show in your life. You just need it.
After 13 or 14 years, like, it's still like, and people was like, oh, that was a long time ago, but it's still makes
Relevant.
sense. It's still funny.
Relevant.
It's still funny, and it was like, it was ahead of its time. And people always ask me, do you think that he'll do it again? It don't even really matter. Like, we had a part of history.
Yes.
We did something good. And I've done a lot of projects since then. And people are like, yeah, but it's not, he fell off, blah, blah, blah. No, I just was lucky enough to be on one of the most iconic, epic shows in television history.
Yeah.
And you can't just replace that with another show.
And it bridged the gap, it bridged the gap between comedy, sketch, and hip hop.
Yeah.
And when it took that and then tied it all together in a way that had never been done before. I mean, you've seen shows that have a musical guest,
Right.
but this was Dave in a barbershop with some hip hop artists.
Like,
This
it
is
was-
Dave on the
it wasn't
corner.
like- it wasn't like, okay, guys, we're going to do it again. It was just like, yo, turn the mic on. Like, even when, like, Kanye, when they did that joint with Common, Kanye,
Wow.
I think Most Def, and it was in the kitchen, like, that. I think the song was called The Kitchen.
Yep.
And they just happened to be hanging around the kitchen, and Kanye was like, yo, let's do it right here.
Let's go.
It was so real, it was so organic, and it was so dope. And I'm just happy, like, for me to be able to be a part of HBO's The Wire, which some people consider one of
Yes.
the greatest television shows of all time.
Yes,
the
sir.
cameraman don't know what the hell The Wire is.
Because he doesn't look that
No,
old, does he?
He's by my batteries are dead. You know what I'm saying? To be a part of The Wire and to be a part of Chappelle Show, like, two of the greatest television shows of all time. Like, I feel like it's just awesome. I feel good about
Well,
it.
you used a word that I absolutely love that will describe you. And those coming to the Funny Bone, 429-5233, and online at dayton.funnybone.com. This is a special engagement. It's only tonight and only tomorrow night. You cannot miss this. You used the word organic.